Quite regularly people come up to me and they say, I've got a really valuable idea. And my reaction typically shocks people. I say there's no such thing as a valuable idea. Ideas are fundamentally worthless and all the value is created in the implementation. So as quick as possible, we need to turn ideas into products and products into businesses. An idea goes through a certain number of cycles in order to become something of value. So the first cycle is having the idea and then turning it into a mess. And what I mean by a mess is where you unpack the idea into rough documents, slide decks, just hand-drawn designs, Word documents, and that's where you're just putting the idea into a very rough format. Ideally, what you then do is turn that into a briefing document. So you take all those designs and those rough drawings and those Word documents and you put them into something that you can use to brief professional suppliers. People who are out there and their whole business revolves around turning ideas into a first generation product or a next generation product. So you select some suppliers and you get working with them and you diligently work with those suppliers until you've got something that you can take to market in a beta format. And it's really important to know that at this point, the product will be very underwhelming and you'll be very, very disappointed. Typically, you'll have worked for a lot longer than you'll have originally thought. And then when you release a beta product, you'll think, it's actually not what I had originally imagined. The purpose of a beta product is only to get feedback from the marketplace. So you might give some people versions of that product. You might do some focus groups with that version. You might do a little quick release to the marketplace with a beta version for free in exchange for some feedback. You take that feedback and then you reinvent the product again. And this time you're trying to create a commercial version. And a commercial version is a version of the product that you actually can sell for money and people are happy to pay money for. So that commercial version of the product is something that you can start generating some revenue from. But that's not where it ends. You have to go back to the drawing board and choose suppliers again who are going to take that commercial version into what we call a remarkable version. Remarkable version of a product means that people find the product so interesting, engaging, and professional, entertaining, or valuable that they're willing to talk to their friends about it. It by its nature becomes remarkable. We've all been to restaurants where the food is so good you have to tell someone about it. We've all bought a product that we wanted to tell our friends about, even though we've got no incentive to do so. So that's what we mean by a remarkable product. So you start with an idea, it goes into a mess, into a brief, into a beta version product, into a commercial version product, and finally into a remarkable version product. And that's where the product becomes very valuable. Next, you actually need not just one product, but you need several products. A business is not a product or a service, it's an ecosystem of products and services that are being delivered. So you need to take every aspect of your business through that same cycle where it goes from beta version to a commercial version to a remarkable version. If you look at a business like Apple, for example, the first iPhone was very much a beta version. They very quickly advanced it and turned it into something that was actually a great product and had a decent battery life and had enough apps available in the App Store. And then today, it's a absolutely remarkable version of that technology. You've got to do that across the entire ecosystem of your products and services. Now, the reason this is important is small businesses in particular, or entrepreneurs, stop short of creating a remarkable product. I see so many people who they've invested time, energy, and effort getting it to a beta version. It didn't live up to their expectations. They pushed it a little bit further, got to a commercial version, but because the money didn't come flooding in, they stopped and they went off to try some other new idea rather than pushing it that little bit further and ending up with something that's truly remarkable.